Hello everyone. I know it's been a while since my last upload, and I'll get to that later on in the video, but today I have something different for you guys. As you've read the title, and don't get me wrong, this is something that I haven't done before, but I hope this video helps in some way, whether that's hope, passion, getting back to believing again. So today I wanted to talk about most of the issues that we face in our society on a daily basis, whether that's the media addictions that you might have, relationships, personal struggles, feeling lost or confused. And don't get me wrong, like most of the stuff I'm about to say has probably been said before by other people, but the point is that this is just to show you that there is a chance and there is hope that people are actually changing for the better and not just sticking to their own same ways. So I would like to start off with media consumption or addiction, whatever you may want to call it. It's pretty much this, like, almost the same thing at this point. Obviously, media has affected us in very drastic and mostly negative ways. People don't really use media for anything useful or anything of personal gain to their own life. It's mostly just watching and wasting time. Like most of the advice that's on the media, it's mostly negative. And not to say there isn't any good content out there, it's the fact that the feed always tries to give you something negative to keep you grounded. And I would like to just go over a couple things that might help you, like to stop watching media at all, or to just, go on the path of moving away from it if you feel like it's like destroying your life and your mental well-being. So the first one would be more present in the moment and let your mind run instead of being numb and succumb to when you're on your phone constantly 24/7. And you don't even have to do anything like physically. All you got to do is just turn your phone off just for a minute. Like if you're especially in your own room, just sit in silence and let your mind run. Like, it's actually so bad that we don't even depend on our own brains anymore, and that is very critical for our decision making and all of the other aspects of life. Another thing that you can do: write down what you want out of life for yourself and not what others might want from you or for you. So instead of always seeing what other people want you to be in, like the sort of position in your own life, you gotta say to yourself, kind of like, well, is this actually what I want? Is this what's gonna make me happy? Like the media loves to kind of shove us with, you gotta be rich by this age, or if you don't act now, you're gonna be too late. Like, it likes to throw all these negative and very pressuring things on us, and we then no wonder why we all get stuck in the same place thinking, well, what am I supposed to do? Without, any sort of guidance. So with that, I would say actually give yourself some time to like decide what you actually want, like to be present with yourself, like for once, because the longer you keep sitting like on the media, the more distorted your perception of everything will be, like life, people, everything. You won't realize until it's too late. So I just hope you take this into account, and hopefully this helps you. And again, like I was just talking about perception. Like, bring back the perception you once had on life, like what you thought would make you happy, like before you fully lose it. Like, and this is basically like kind of like what I was trying to say like just a second ago. And last thing is just to literally just put your phone down. Like the only thing that will actually get you to stop watching media is just put your phone down. Try to be more present in whatever you do. Try to, like, don't even necessarily have to be like productive if you don't want to be. Like, if you just want to chill and relax, you don't want to surround yourself with technology for a moment, you can just, I don't know, draw, read a book or something, like anything. And it will actually get your mind working and in a positive way. Another thing I'd like to say, like, is once you start going this sort of route, to better yourself and just not make your mind go absolutely numb, is that you might start to feel a little bit more alone, considering that you're going to be doing something different than what most people won't do. Like, so just be prepared for that. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, you gotta actually be able to look at yourself and say, I'm actually trying to make a change, and that's good. Like, so be proud of that. Obviously, I'm not saying aim for perfection. Obviously not, because none of us are perfect, but like, obviously all of us know how badly the media and just everything around the world has affected us in such a major way. The next thing I wanted to talk about is relationships. Now, this is going to be a very, I don't know how heavy this topic will be, depending how deep I'm going to go into it, but like, I would just kind of like to start simple for those that don't know what to look for in a relationship, those that are kind of confused about it all. Like, the best thing I would say is to chase connection and not short-term desires. So, like, a relationship isn't a transaction. Like, you cannot make a relationship work off of saying, like, I'm with this person because I'm benefiting off them. Like, the whole point of being with someone is that you two are compatible in a way that no one else will understand why. Like, if your souls connect, like if you believe in the idea of soul, like everything like that, then you know what I'm trying to say. Like, you gotta be able to chase that connection, that fulfillment that the other person brings you. If that person brings you peace and so forward. And obviously, in this day and age, short-term desires have become normalized, and that's very bad. Obviously. Because if we actually get fully used to being addicted to short-term desires, we'll never be able to commit anything long-term. And that's also not just relationships, but also any other aspects of life. Like, for example, like work. You gotta learn to be committed and disciplined to make anything work in life. Another thing I would like to say is, when you get hurt, what you do with that will depict all your future relationships. Now, when someone hurts you, right, it's obviously bad. And obviously from that situation you're in, it's up to you how you perceive it. Whether it's a lesson, or either you're going to go out of pity just because someone hurt you, or are you going to continue to believe in what you already believe in and know that the right person will eventually enter your life at some point. Because the issue is, most people, they get hurt once or multiple times and say, well, there isn't anyone good out there, considering that I keep getting hurt. Like, that's not the case. I'm not trying to point fingers at anyone. I'm generally just saying, like, if you're attracting constantly bad people, then that's something that you gotta, like, address with yourself first. You gotta be able to diagnose the reason why you keep attracting bad people. And the looks, like, I mean, yeah, they're part of it, but that's not the main reason. It's how you think, how you perceive everything, like what you're into as well. If you're into, like, toxic people, you're gonna always bring toxic people. But you cannot be blaming toxic people for being there when you chose to go for them. You gotta be able to, no matter what outcome you're in, what horrible event you go through when you're with somebody for a long time, like, it might seem hopeless, but you gotta stand tall and, like, say to yourself, look, as much as it hurts, I know the right person, like, will come to me, or I will find them. I don't want to get too deep into the relationship we have now. I'm gonna try not to, because obviously most of you already know the issues we face. But generally, it is such a shame that everything has gone this downward in this generation. It's crazy. Another thing I'd like to mention: if your ego is too high, put it down. Now, this affects both men and women, but it's mostly the majority of women. And you might call me sexist for that. I don't give a shit. The reason why is because you women have been told that you gotta put your standards, like, through the roof to get with a good man. The thing is, if you actually look at all your standards, you're asking for, like, that 1%, which I know has been said before. And the thing is, they still choose to live this way, which I don't understand why. Because they know deep down it's gonna bring them nothing but misery. And that, like, this is the thing with ego, right? Like, if you have too much, you just either seem like an asshole, or you're just asking for too much, or like you too much of yourself, right? If your ego's too low, you feel like you don't appreciate yourself, or you just look off in everything that you do. You don't feel like you deserve anything. So, like with ego, you always gotta have a middle ground where you have just enough, like the right amount of ego, and so it's not too little, it's not too much. Like, it's always like a gray area. You gotta have that gray area. And that's one thing I've learned, which I'll get to later on. But generally, guys, like, I'm talking on both genders right now. Like, if your ego's too high, you gotta bring it down. Honestly, some of you think like you fucking deserve everything, and it's just lack of appreciation. Like, the things you already have, you should be like appreciating it. Obviously, most people have become selfish. That's another issue. But don't get me wrong, our perception of reality has been distorted, deceived, to the point where we feel like that's the right way to live. You gotta have your standards high and everything like that, but that's genuinely not what's gonna bring you a fulfilling life. And the thing is, even a blind man can see it. It's just common sense. You can't, how can you be happy when you're constantly asking for more? Like, genuinely. No, yeah. I'd like to move on. Another thing I would like to say is stop blaming other people or the partner on why the relationship didn't work out. And simplest way to put it, this is just accountability. So don't get me wrong, this is something I failed in at the time when I was with someone I had too much ego, and hence why it didn't work out. Me thinking I was always correct, I was never in the wrong. And then as I grew up a little bit, I realized that, yeah, there was a lot of fuck ups that I made. So a relationship doesn't work when it's one way. It's gotta be both ways from both of you. You both gotta be able to diagnose each other's issues and mistakes and still choose each other every day. I really hope you guys understand where I'm going with this. I feel like some people won't, and that's what I'm afraid of. Like, blaming constantly, like, other people or your partner for everything that went wrong isn't exactly realistic either, if you really think about it. At some point, you must have fucked up somewhere for conflict to arise. Like, you must have done something for the other person to behave in a certain way. So you can't always blame the other person. It's just lack of accountability. Please, for the love of God, to any of you that sort of feel like they need to work on themselves, please do. I'm not saying go out of your way to become the most perfect man or woman. Just fix the major issues that you have before you end up getting with someone and wasting years of not only your life, but their life also. Not to mention about marriage and having kids. Like, it's not necessarily the wrong person, but it's just generally, you just lack accountability. You cannot own up to your own mistakes. And that's a very big issue. Another thing I would like to mention is, for any of you that have a victim's mentality, delete it immediately. This life does not owe you anything. It doesn't owe me anything. It doesn't owe anyone, not a single living human being, anything. The bad things that happen to us is a good thing. It's only when you take it as a bad thing and you label yourself as a victim, saying everything bad that's happening to me is all because, oh, like, everyone hates me, life hates me. Like, erase that. You gotta act, like, I'm genuinely, like, saying the truth right now. Like, you genuinely gotta erase that mentality. Like, you won't be able to do it in a click of a finger, but please, like, work on that. Change that mindset, because it's not gonna get you far. Like, bad things happen to everyone. Like, it's just, you gotta, like, literally get through life no matter what happens. That's just how it is. That's how people survive. You don't survive by saying that everything is going wrong because life hates you. Life doesn't hate you. Like, bad things will happen, good things will happen. They both come and go. So please, work. If you have a victim's mentality, work on it. I know I'm going a little bit on a harsh note, but this is just the truth and reality. I can't sugarcoat it any other way. If you want better, you gotta manifest better. Like, and I'm not trying to say put your ego through the fucking roof, but it's like, it's gotta be enough so that, like, you deserve someone that's genuine. Not someone that's rich, like 7 feet tall, makes 10 billion a year. Like, that is just unrealistic. all these unrealistic like expectations, just it doesn't even make sense. Like I understand like what you want, but you genuinely gotta, if you generally want, like for example, like if you're a girl, if you generally want a man that's, you know, all the things I mentioned, you gotta find a guy that's worth like being with, that's actually got ambition, he's got goals in mind. Like yeah, at the time, like when you meet him, he's not exactly in perfect shape or like perfect space or perfect living situation, but it's the fact that he's got a goal in mind, he's got something to aim towards instead of just sitting and doing nothing. Like that's the sort of guy you should put all your time, love and effort into and help him to reach those goals, because he most definitely won't leave you stranded in the desert. So the main things obviously from that whole list is obviously ego, victim's mentality, attraction, like what you say is what you attract. Like at the end of the day, no one's out there to hurt you. Not everyone's out there to hurt you. That's something that I used to think when I was 15. Like we're getting older, and it's not to say you gotta be a perfect adult, but generally it's becoming so annoying to the point where most people don't take any accountability or any responsibility for their actions or just in general in life. Don't get me wrong, I was there as well, but I'm doing my best that I can to be in the best possible place I can be at, not only as a person but in life. So I like to move forward on personal struggles. So if any of you ever feel hopeless, like, and I'm just saying in general, like no matter the age, like all I will say is that believe that there's an exceptional, like good amount of people out there. Believe that one day you will figure this out. Like I know it's hard, like I know how everything, like for most people, is being like crushed on them. Like all the hopes and dreams they had is like being just washed away or have already washed away. I'm saying this to you right now, even to myself, like it's not too late. It genuinely isn't too late. You gotta, like, this is gonna be the most cliche thing I'll probably ever say, but you gotta believe in yourself, and this is something I struggle with. But yet again, like you gotta try, like at least for yourself. Believe that there is better, there will be better, not only just for you, like as a person when you're growing and getting better, but you'll attract better. You guys don't understand. You guys have the power to make your life exceptionally beautiful, bro. And not done so by listening to someone on the media that you know that anything they say won't help you. Or like they'll say things that they think you need, but in reality you don't need it. That's just not how you like see life. Another thing, like if you're like lost, especially, give yourself time to think like what you want to do with your life. Not everything is a race in this life, no matter what you've been told. Like the rat race. Like don't get me wrong, I know everything like financially is going to shit, like jobs as well. Like don't get me wrong, I know all of it. I know exactly the situation everyone's in, even me sometimes. Like I'm not close-minded. Like I have seen all the negatives like throughout the last like 3, 4, 5 years. But genuinely, you guys gotta give yourselves time to be with yourselves and to figure out like what you actually want to do. Like pursue be passionate about something. Even though you might think it might like it's silly or sound stupid or people will make fun of it. Who the fuck cares, bro? Just follow that passion, because generally that's the only thing that'll keep you going and make you feel alive. I'm not saying like success is like everything. Success like isn't exactly about money always. Like it's something personal to you that means something to you. Whether that's building a family or, well, I mean, being rich or whatever. Like whatever it is for you guys. I don't know what passions you guys have, but generally just whatever you feel like you're passionate about, follow it. And believe that you can do it. Like I said, believing in yourself is the hardest thing ever. Like especially now, it's it's actually soul destroying. And I don't mean that the concept of believing in yourself is soul destroying. I'm saying that like the negatives that have been said to us through media and stuff like that, the videos we watch, like it's soul crushing. But none of that matters. Everything that's said on the media, none of that matters. It's all about you and what you want to do. So just slow down, give yourself room to breathe. That's what I'm trying to say. I believe that everything will work out in this life in time. You know, like the more you rush things, the worse it will get. Like good things take time, and that's such an old saying as well, but it genuinely is true. If you want something to work, it's gonna take time. It's gonna be boring, but that's the only way it works. Like rushing to things to get quick achievements, like quick level, whatever it is, it's not gonna work out long term. Another thing I'd like to say is stop beating yourself up. If you genuinely feel like you're worthless and you're not good of anything, bro, again, another cliche thing I'm ever gonna say, like, you're genuinely not. Like, I believe that every single person on this planet is special and unique, right? That's why we stand out. Like, you gotta think, if everyone was the same, like, no one would have any sort of unique style or unique personality, like, or unique idea. If everyone was the same, thought the same, felt the same, done everything the same, it would just be boring, right? I genuinely believe every single one of you that's watching this video is special in their own way. Like, you genuinely got something. Like, if you got a fire or a passion about something that you want to do, that's generally a gift. Follow it. If that's the last thing, if that's the first thing you wake up to and the last thing you think of before you go to bed, follow it. Like, genuinely. I believe, like, you guys have the ability to create something amazing and good for the world. Like I said, like, that's how we stand out, you know. Everyone's got differences, but that's why we stand out. Like, and obviously, again, going back to the media, it tells us to be rich and meet these, like, crazy expectations. But, I mean, if we did, then we would only be living someone else's life and not our own, right? To any influencer that you've seen, like, I'm pretty sure you guys can name the names at the top of your head when I mention influencers. Like, the thing is, they only say and advertise what they did to get to where they are. Like, to them, that's their vision of success. But the thing that pisses me off is that they twist it and say, well, if you're not doing this, you won't be happy. Like, if you don't do this, you'll be miserable. You'll be broke for the rest of your life. It's this unnecessary pressure and lack of care for other people's ambitions and passions. Like, I genuinely know that not every single person that's gonna watch this video wants to be rich. Like, I've even met someone at work that just simply wants to make a decent living and have a family. The whole thing with money can buy you happiness. Like, yeah, it can, like, you know, provide with a lot of benefits, but if you take money as the main reason why you're happy, you'll soon realize that it's a very miserable way to go through life. And the thing is, when we die, we're not gonna take the money with us anyway. What is money actually worth? Apart from just being a currency that we use to survive on a day-to-day basis, and obviously use to, you know, buy nice things for people or for ourselves. Other than that, like, it doesn't really have that much value. Like, this is what I always believe. The biggest value is finding a wife or finding a husband and making a family. That's it. Like, I genuinely believe that's the only thing that's gonna bring fulfillment. Obviously, all the other stuff is a bonus, but generally, guys, stop calling yourselves things that you know that ain't true. And I know I'm being a little bit hypocritical here because I do exactly the same thing. I call myself things sometimes, but that's just me keeping myself grounded. Sometimes it's an issue, and this is something I'll get into in a second. But I'd like to point out the last thing, the last big thing, and the reason why I struggle uploading is probably because of exactly the same reasons as to why you guys struggle. Like if you wanted to start something or continue doing something, like something's keeping you down, and it's exactly the same for me. Like I always feel like I don't deserve to get somewhere far with this channel, and I'm not trying to, what am I about to say? I'm not trying to use this as an excuse. I'm just saying something that can correlate to that sort of like act as to why I don't upload or feel like I don't like deserved an attempt. Like I've been humbled and grounded like for as long as I can remember. I realize though nowadays none of that matters. Every single one of us deserves a shot at something, to start something, you know? Deserving of love, for example, deserving of a better life. And all I want you guys to do is to just start believing in things again. I know it's not easy. Again, everything seems like it's crashing all around us in this day and age, in every aspect, but it won't be fixed if you guys start believing in things that you know are going to bring you fulfillment and true joy. Because it's so easy to be negative nowadays. I genuinely know, but I feel like if each of us take one step at a time, I would say in about 5 years time from now, everything will start going for the better. Like that's something I genuinely believe. Like if we actually start focusing on believing more on positives than negatives, we will actually reshape everything. Like I said, I mean, it's not going to be easy, but I believe in you guys. I believe that you can do it. You might not believe in yourself yet, but I believe in you. Anything that you want to start, I believe in you, bro. You got this. And sometimes I forget to remind that to myself. Like I said, everyone deserves a shot at something, you know? Now, you won't know until you try it. Literally. Another thing I wanted to say, I'm kind of going off subject here. I kind of want to move away from brain rot content because I realize it's not exactly genuine or anything good. It's just dumb content, like dumb stuff. So I don't know how this is going to work out for me and this channel, but I'll figure it out. But yeah, I don't know what my next video will be. I'm hoping to actually sit down and make a video soon. As of today, that's all I have for you guys. I mean, hopefully this helped you in some way. I believe every single one of you's got this. As bad as things look now, when you are on the media, you see things. It's not as bad as you think. Like, I mean, I'm not saying it's not bad at all. Just everyone's likes to make everything dramatic for some reason. Like, that's not really what life is. It's not a drama scene. Like, life itself is special. You just gotta learn how to enjoy it, how to live through it. And how you choose to live through it is very important. And it can be dangerous. Not only for yourself, but others. So, yeah, as of now, that's all I have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. And just remember, you are loved. Take care.